All right, Tom, how do you feel after that one, and what'd you like the most about it?
I feel good. I feel great, in fact. I like the attitude. I like the fact that we did have a little adversity. We were much better defensively for 30-some minutes of the game. We had our bad stretch, and I thought our bigs looked tired, and we didn't maybe cover those ball screens enough. They got those dunks, and 10-point lead went down quick. But, we fought through that adversity, and then, we're the leading free throw shooting team in the conference, and I think the guys might have done it on purpose. Things were going smooth. I wasn't yelling at anybody. Everything was cool, and so they gave me a reason to be upset tonight. So we'll have free throw shooting at the hotel.
On the defensive effort, obviously, especially on Ellis and Peterson.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the best we've seen in a while from you guys. How important was that?
I think it is the best you've seen in a long time, and I think on those two guys, because those two guys, I can't tell you how good Ellis is on film and in person, watching him warm up. Tyson Walker did an unbelievable job. Jaden Akins bounced back, did an unbelievable job. AJ did a very good job on Peterson. And then, when AJ got in foul trouble, I give Malik Hall credit, because that's the longest stretch he's played since he's been back this year. And I was really pleased, I think the foot was by, he had his shoe off sometimes in the huddle, but never asked to come out. So, yeah, I think that was our best defense. We rebounded pretty well till the very end.
You guys, I'm sorry. I didn't
No, go right ahead.
I know you guys like to play in front of your fans. A lot of green out there. What was the support like and the energy? How did that help you?
Well, that was our fans. I thought it was St. Patrick's Day. But no, it was great. Our fans were just awesome. They've been awesome all year. They've been awesome for years. But this year, with a little bit of up and down and some of the things that have gone on, our fans have been special. And a lot of them must have traveled down here, because that place was hopping with Michigan State people, and then, even some of the other people that are fans of nobody but are Irish, they just wore their green, and I was happy for them too. I adopted a lot of people today.
You said for weeks that this team could make a run. Did you see a glimpse of that team?
Yeah, I'm sure if I was one of our key reporters, all of you that are there on a weekly basis, you probably got sick of hearing about the run. And one of the rare times, those of you that know me, I stuck with it. Normally I don't put my neck on the line like that, but I did believe it. I did believe that they can. We got our work cut out. A run isn't one game. But I think the way we played, and, we give ourselves a chance. Who knows who we'll play next? If it's Marquette, I've watched a lot of film on them. I've watched a little film on Vermont. And either way, we're going to have our work cut out. We're not dominating in any way, but I did feel that this team, if we could put it together, and there's still some things we got to improve on, but we took a big step today.
What do you think?
The effort and energy put forth by Tyson Walker, but to have those back-to-back steals essentially by him and AJ, how did that help you just close the game?
Yeah, it really does. Tyson was, he did it on both ends, and he didn't even, one time he said he was tired. I said, too bad. And it was a good dialogue. But Tyson did it, he had to be on that kid. I'm telling you, that kid shoots it from half court. If he's inside half court, we put a lineup, was way beyond the NBA three. And I just thought he did a hell of a job the whole time, still ran his lane, still had to play the point, which is more taxing. And then he gets those big steals, and, Malik got a big steal. Joey got some big rebounds. We got a little bit muddy, was really good at times, that first play, that dribble. And then we rebounded one hand a little bit. We lost some, and that hurt us at the end. But in general, we make those free throws at the end. It's a bigger win. We are a good free throw shooting team, but another lesson to be learned, and we'll hopefully grow from it.
Carson hadn't played much the last couple of weeks. What did it say about the able to come in that spot today?
Yeah, Doug, as kept saying, we got all three of them. They can all three do something different. Jackson still, he can score it the best by far. The number of ball screens that they threw at us, that's maybe something that Jackson struggles with a little bit more, and Carson's a little bit better at. So that's why he played a little bit more. But, every one of them scored points. And, Carson ended up his free throw percentage 50, but he made those two in the first half. We had a party, we were so excited on the bench. So, yeah, he played a little bit more.
Is that the best version of AJ? What he did in terms of going downhill and spraying it all a little bit?
AJ was great, he was great. He was, He was extremely coachable. He was fun to coach. He was fun to be around. I say there's steps that have been taken, and some of it's me. It's sometimes I think we manage too much and coach too little, and I got to get back to coaching more and managing less. But at the same time, we spent a lot of time together, him and I, this week, and I was really proud of the job he did offensively and defensively, and maybe as important, what he said in huddles, what he said on the court, what he understood, what he thought we missed out on, what he thought would work. He was an extension of me on the court. Now, don't tell him I said that, because that'll bum him out, man. He'll play bad on Sunday if he thinks he's got some me in him, but I really appreciated it.
Tom, Malik's toughness and just how much better he looks today than he did at the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
How big of a key is he?
Well, you saw him, he's taking his shoe off. I don't think it's hurting him that bad. He had to suck it up. And when AJ went out, I said, Malik, this is it, man. It's you or we go home. And I thought he did a great job, and I told him, the little jump hook in the lane was one of the more exciting plays of the day for me, and nobody probably understood why if you even saw it. But, I've been telling him he's got so much more to his game, and I told him that you can't do those spin moves and shoot it. They got shot blockers in there. That's why they're one of the top 2 or 3 best 2-point defensive teams in the country. And I said, go to that jump hook, man. Now, he airballed one because I think he was really tired by then. But that one he made was a big, big shot, and it was at a big time. And at those kind of moments okay, Coach, okay, Malik, they're kind of watershed moments that mean a lot.
Tom, your team played with an energy and aggression that I don't think I've seen in a while. Can you give me a sense of where that came from, and did you sense that they might be that way today?
I did sense it. I thought we had 3 good practices before Ohio State, and we went out there and did not play with that same sense of energy. If you remember, one of their best players was out, and I think no matter how much you preach it, I think kids are kids, and I think they looked at it differently, and I think, giving Ohio State credit, they played really well. So then we had meetings and practices and film sessions and meetings, and we talked about the things that matter, and defense, energy, passion, those are choices, they're not skills. And yet as coaches, I think we do an injustice. I think NBA, NFL, I think we don't make heart, passion, energy, toughness. We don't make that an analytic deal, and it is. It's just as important as having a good jump shot. And so we talked a lot about that. And last night, when a couple of those teams got beat, we talked about that. And I just think, all in all, it was fun. I really enjoyed the time with them. I really enjoyed the way they were. So yeah, I thought we'd play well today. Okay. And we did for all but that 5-6 minute stretch. But that's a good team too. They didn't come here to lose and go home either. So I appreciate that.
Last one, guys.
Talk a lot about players leaving early in the game.
Listen to Matt, the Dookie. The Dookie's talking now.
You got work to do.
Listen to this guy.
Gotcha, Loopy. Go ahead.
Early in the game, you were talking to Tyson. He was maybe John Beckett a little bit, and Malik was on the bench. Started telling Tyson in a fairly colorful way to keep his mouth shut. Is that the kind of self-policing
yeah.
you
Ty, I bet you I haven't said 3 bad words to Tyson all year. He never does anything wrong. He's a good student. He goes to class. He does his work. He comes in and works out. He plays offense. He plays defense. He's almost an illegal American right now, the way basketball is. And yet, one of the things we said was, you cannot get a foul for reaching. I don't care if they score a bucket or not. We just knew we couldn't lose him. And he did, and he was madder than himself. And then he took it out on me. I said, hey, I've done that a few times. I know where you're coming from, but you ain't going to reach again, or you're going to be sitting here. And Malik did a good job, and Ty did a good job. Those are the fun parts. Those are the fun parts of the job. I'm not the typical coach. I do argue with my players. They do argue back once in a while. It's all good, man.
Did you like that self?
I loved it. I love what Malik said. And I told him, well, then you better Say it again. You better get up there again, you know. Don't let me take all this abuse. Anybody else before Matt has a...
How does it feel to be moving on, though, of playing for Sweden?
Yeah, you know what? It feels great. I mean, there's, you know, this tournament's so funny. You know, there's 68, and really quick, there's 32, and then really quick, there's 16. You know, so it's and I've been through it so many times, and I've been through the. Never forget when we beat Maryland on a last-second shot, and then we get back and we find out that Kansas got upset by Northern Iowa. You know, stuff like that happens all the time. So you got to take care of your business. Sometimes you don't get a break. Sometimes you get a break. You know, you don't ever know. But the tournaments, that's why it's the greatest sporting event. You know, all those helmet head guys on the thing, even those pro guys. You know, I watch all those shows sometimes, and they're all excited about the NCAA tournament. You know, I listened to Barkley today. He's all excited about the tournament. It's not just pro stuff. The NCAA tournament is a sports spectacle like no other. And I'm a big Super Bowl fan, but when you talk about weekend after weekend and Cinderella and somebody wearing the glass slipper and all the things that happen, NCAA, March Madness, that's why I love it.
Do you think the danger of it makes it addictive?
The danger of it?
Yeah, whole danger that you just described.
The danger of losing?
Yeah, going and it's one game and that's it.
Hell yes. Hell yes, it does. I mean, you know, you saw a team last night that led the whole game. And good players. And good kids. And make mistakes that you say, how can you make that? You played in the Final Four, you did this and that. Great coach, not a good coach, great coach. And all of a sudden, something happens because, you know, you just don't know how people respond, you know. And sometimes a coach makes a mistake, and I've done that. I thought at Iowa I did that. And sometimes a player does. And that's why, you know, I called that timeout. And I'm over. Okay, we got 2 more timeouts. Possession arrows in theirs. I said, everybody looking at me, you know. And so we don't always do the best job either. I mean, we get, you got to check your whole car. You got to look in the mirror. You got to figure out what the hell's going on yourself. And if you don't get it through to your guys, sometimes it's your fault. So I felt today that everybody, coaches, players, we're all in it together. And is it because we fear? I hope so. I fear my job every day, so it makes me work. Fearing to be in the NCAA tournament and losing, that's okay. You know, you can't be nervous at this time, what these guys have been through. If fear makes you nervous, probably not going to win anyway.
Footboard? What happened with the footboard that broke? What was kind of the emotion?
Yeah, it was great. I was writing on that thing, and I'm going to sue the company because when I wrote, it just, all of a sudden it cracked, and I don't know what the hell happened to that clipboard, but ridiculous, you know. They got to build a better product, if you ask me.
Do you remember which teaching point was taking place at that minute? What were you correcting right there? Do you want to share with us?
If I could remember, I'd tell you. But I didn't like the fact that they got 3 rebounds in a row trying to run that stretch, so it could have been that. But that was all fun. The players love it. You know, they know that I'm serious. But you know what bothers me is I told Woj this. It's getting harder to break that damn thing. So maybe I do got to get in a weight room like Draymond used to say, you know. Maybe I do.
After Marlon scored that his first basket in the second half there, I looked over the bench and it was one of the happiest I've seen you today, I think. Why did that basket?
Because it was a jump hook. It was something that I've been telling him he's got to use, and instead of backing a guy in and shooting those turnarounds and that, and he's really got a good one, and it was pretty, and it was like, yes, you know. So that's all. It was just, I get excited over little things sometimes. Yeah, I'm getting like a player. I'm getting like a student now. I'm starting to learn how to live in the moment. So it is big. You know, I always live in the past. I always look forward to the future. And these damn players, they just live in the moment. And sometimes it drives me up the wall. I'm going to steal a page out of their book, and today I'm going to live in the moment. So we had to improve defensively. We did. I thought a lot of guys listened to what the game plan was. I had key guys that responded. That makes you feel good. So in the moment, I'm not going to worry about all those missed free throws in the moment.